first and foremost, I'd like to give our brother A.J. Davis a warm round of applause for his words. Also, I'd like to thank Sister Kwanzaa, Shai, the Black Stars for the excellent job that they're doing. Let's give them a hand. And I would like to start off by saying that, echoing some of what Brother A.J. mentioned, that we are at an epidemic level as far as our community is concerned. In the news today, we have heard, which many of us may have anticipated, which I know I did, they have found no indictment on the part of the killing of our young son, Tamir Rice. That's right. And this is a consistent pattern of what's going on all throughout the country and what has been going on for years. But the cycle has to be broken, not 10 years from now, not 20 years from now, but we have to break the cycle right now. I see power and feel power and energy in this room. We don't need anybody else to do anything for us. We have everything among us to do something for ourselves. You must realize and recognize that in the universal order of things, you are the principal resource of the Creator. Before anyone was, you were the father, the mothers of the planet. But yet, today in 2015, we have been deprived of that precious knowledge of who we are. See, if we don't realize and recognize who we are in connection to the Creator, then we cannot generate the power that is within ourselves. We always often hear the saying, knowledge is power. But it's not so much knowledge is power, because knowledge cannot be power unless knowledge is contained in the brain of the people of God to manifest power. And what is power? Power is the ability to manage, to control, and direct the destiny of our lives. So if power is the ability to manage and control and direct the destiny of our life, that is the solution to all of our problems. What is the solution to police brutality? The solution to police brutality is organizing ourselves as a black united front on all levels, mentally, spiritually, morally, politically, economically, to minimize the presence of our enemies. See, we got to recognize that we have enemies in our midst that does not care anything about our life. So now we must have the slogan, Black Lives Matter. Because in the United States of America, black lives have never mattered, and I don't care how much we have achieved, apparently, from the corporate suites in the streets, not one of us can rise above the condition of our people, even if you are the president of the United States of America, and he is the most mistreated president in the annals of the United States, which is to show and tell us that regardless of how high you get in this society, they will never respect us, even if you are the president of this land.
Yes, sir.
But, if we recognize and realize that if we generate power from among ourselves, then we have the power to change the reality upon which we live. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us and teaches us through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He does not teach us to pick up a gun and go arming ourselves to fight an enemy. He said that our unity is more powerful than a nuclear bomb shown all throughout the earth. And that is what we are lacking today. We got Mercedes-Benz, we got Escalades, we got fine suits, we got fine homes, we got everything other than ourselves today. See, we got it backwards. See, back in the days, we didn't have too much, but we had one another. But today, we got everything materially, but we don't have nothing up top spiritually, mentally, morally, no family. We are divided, infighting in our homes, infighting in our community, fighting over turf, where the real enemy outside of us is constantly trying to keep us divided because their aim and purpose is to divide and conquer, and that's how they maintain power and authority over us. But if we realize and recognize that we are blood of each other's blood, flesh of each other's flesh, bone of each other's bone, that represents a body that we are. And in the body, when we have feeling, we have a nervous system in our body that allows us to feel the hurt and the pain of us as a people. So when we feel the hurt and the pain of what goes on in Cleveland, or what goes on in LA, or what goes on in New York, or what goes on in Washington, D.C., now we have the feeling now as a people to do collective work responsibly. Huh? What is collective work? To be collective is to be unified. But it's not so much being collective, but we have to have work. And what is work? Work represents force times distance. Huh? See, we have to apply the force of the unity so that we can have some distance, because our condition in 2015 is still a relative condition as a slave. We are more a slave of 2015 than when we were in 1815. Yes, sir. But the problem is today, we don't know that we are not free. Walking around as if we are free. Huh? We don't know that we are not free, and we don't know, we don't do what we don't know. So therefore, this is why we are not working for nothing. But it is a dire need of every last one of us in this room, from the elder all the way down to the smallest baby. God is in them. You are not born without an aim and a purpose. You are born out of the nature of the Creator. And if there's going to be constructive change within our community, you must first realize and recognize your connection to God and how He can generate His power and manifest through you. Huh? So when God manifests through you and me and us, then we can go to work to start setting up systems for ourselves. We got a problem with education? Sure we have. You just go on the Charleston County School District statistics. On 2013 and 2014 statistics of dropout rates and suspension rates, you see a consistent pattern. The number one person that's suspended is young black males. Number two, young black females. Number three, Hispanic. Huh? And then the last is the Caucasian. That's in elementary, middle, and high school. And therefore, the schools are now becoming what? Pipelines to prison. Yes, sir. Teach. It's not an accident, and I'm not telling you something I don't know. I worked in the school system, and I've worked in the school system since 2002. And have seen the ins and the outs and the policies and the games that's being played among black youth in particular. So what we have to do, brothers and sisters, how many of us in here is in education? Whether you're retired or still present. See, this is our precious jewels. This is our precious commodity. Those who have the experience, why we can't get together and open up schools for our children? That's right. Huh? We got a problem with the media and how they portray us. Why we can't open up our own media system and tell the story as it should be told, rather than the lies that we are just nothing but crack addicts and nothing but gangs and people who just promote violence in their community. No. We're not all like that. We got some creative genius among us, but they always want to highlight the negative of us as a people. Because they never want us to bear witness to the positive. Because if you understand the positive, if you understand an image that is positive, then you will grow up to manifest that same image. But the image of positivity can't help the plan of Pharaoh. And I'll leave you with this. See, when you open up your Bible, you can't see that as a history lesson. Because you live in the Bible right now. You read the Bible and you think there was a Pharaoh in the past, and Egypt in the past, a children of Israel in the past, a plan of Pharaoh in the past. Come on now. Which makes you blind to the Pharaoh in your presence. You don't recognize that you are the children of Israel, a slave in bondage for 400 years, but afterwards God said, I will come and judge that nation upon which Abraham's seed would serve. But Pharaoh had a plan, just as the government of the United States of America, the modern Pharaoh, has a plan. And what is the plan? Come! That's an invitation. Let us, a concerted effort, deal wisely with them, with us. Let's say what? Number one, multiply. Number two, join on to an enemy of ours. Number three, come against us. So what was the plan? Kill all born babies and spare the female. Huh? See, when you kill the male or kill the man, you're killing the productive, the product, or the producer, the protector, the provider of the family. And when there's no man around, who's there to protect the community, to protect the women and the children, which they are valuable for us to protect. That's right. We don't look for anybody else to protect our women. We as men have to be alive and stand up and preserve the sanctity of our women and our children who are now open season to an enemy. That's right. Huh? But he said, kill all boy babies, spare the female. And what do we see in our community today? It is not an accident that young black males are dying at alarming rates. That's not an accident. There's no such thing as an accident. Everything that you see manifest in our community have already been thought and planned. When we are sleeping 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, they're planning in smoke-filled rooms how to keep us down, keep us divided, and kill us out.
Preach, brother.
Huh? But they have a plan. But God has a plan too. And God is indeed the best of planners. So when they want to kill our children, we got to be in the community giving life to our people. Huh? Giving mental life, spiritual life, moral life. All of us have this duty and responsibility